were we still called Moors during the time of Atlantis? Or was it a different? No, it's always been that. The Moors and ancient Kemet were called the high priest of Anu.
Keep my circle sevens on 101s, yeah. The way the flag waving got me on one, yeah. Where they at? No shirt and tie, my fans plush. It's El Morocco. They tryna violate our creed. Ivan Drago. I put my blood on display. It's a Madonna. No. Mr. Reeves hit the trees. Sonny Bono. I stock my shares. Allah, Salah. Pray to lock up my fears. Al-Manah. Do a lot, then I'll ooze upon Allah. Save a moose. Son of a mother. Caloose. I'm from a noose. Yeah, running from undercovers every night. Living a life so crazy, yeah. Half amazing, yeah. Massive assassinations, yeah. They come to lacerations, yeah. Back up braces, tax evasion. Money we make them past inflations. Raising my flag, no representation. Ain't no more taxes taken. Ali Haj, Sheikh Sharif, Abdul Ali. Removing Nas. 197, 5 and 3. It's my salah. The fact of calling martial law. We guaranteed to make them all fall. Follow me on Bay. I got my voodoo dolls like Charles. Play that circle 7 pounds of weight. I put my lap. I got my muscle man. Organ skeletons, ligaments, electrical system. Up in the pot of magnesium. This is the awesome ingredients. Circle 7s on 101s, yeah. The way the flag waving got me on one, yeah. Where they at? They got me on the one mission. Where they at? I don't know, I cannot see, got blind vision. Where they at? Felt the breeze and turned around, I caught them sneaking away, in their lowest. Where they at?
Are scimitars or flying guillotines. Negroes' knees knocking buckle when black fez on the scene. Many take notice, nuns break their necks looking. Priest and man Moors take that hat off, getting his mad off. Just like a magistrate, Moors they want to assassinate. Only way to do it is to have us in a dead state. More to civil litter, that's why they call you nigga. And FOH, that it means naga. El Bay is even on Spraga. Daddy IU is proclaimed, you already know Yassine Bey. Deion Sanders followed his masters, took his children's day away. Dwight Howard sexed a tranny. Black is not a nationality, he knows this. Y'all distracted by ball and lost focus. Playing for no fans in empty stadiums. Police still murder us.
I don't know if I'm even appropriate enough to say it. What the players are feeling and how they're feeling. And I haven't talked to any of the players. I'm just like coming in, even like driving here, getting into the studio, hearing calls and people talking. And for me, I think the biggest thing now is to kind of, as a black man, as a former player, I think it's best for me to support the players and just not be here tonight.
And I respect that. Even exercising speech rights, they hurting us. Public servants' actions avoid of serving us. Moors wearing their turtlenecks, vamps are not turning us. Silver bullets are truth like NOI and Temple 13 letters. Black scholars, Inquisition checks make smoke screens better. Most take offense when a Moor gets obscene, as if we should take shit and be these saints like Augustine.
I keep my circle 7s on 101s, yeah. The way the flag waving got me on one, yeah. Where they at? They got me on the one mission. Where they at? I don't know, I cannot see, got blind vision. Where they at? Felt the breeze and turned around, I caught them sneaking away, in their lowest. Where they at? In their lowest. Where they at?
You just wear this turban, this and that. I don't want to study and doing all that. Well, nigga, that's why. That's why. Well, I'm a Moor. I'll be going back and forth. I'm supposed to be doing this, this, and that. Well, nigga, if that's the attitude you take it with these people and you know that they savage, then you're playing yourself into their game. And you're trying to use the culture as a means to cloak the fact that you're white. So, no, it has nothing to do with Moors. Moors. It has to do with you. Common sense was made before book sense. Canaanland Moors presents Common Sense Quick.
Legendary, bury me in the North Gates Cemetery, February the 4th days. Son of Mary, day ahead of my born day. Independence and law makes it a little of a lost case. With case laws, we break them down like Jericho. Keeping all my lions tamed, I'm Chris Jericho. I'll keep a mask on deck, I'm Rey Mysterio. Fake pandemics announced over the radio. Annoyed with the game, the joys and the pains. I'm rock bass, mixing with rock the hard way. I was in a lost state. Prophets stood me up right, brought me to a lost gate. Cooking like I'm Salt Bay, rapping like I'm Denzel. Malcolm X, Deja Vu, Roman J, Israel. Head over to I lay in plain sight, but people still can't see it. So the snake's still showing up, stakes still high, so the race still going up. Warriors of the North Gate, we not slowing up. Born in the manger, sworn to be savior. Walk through the valley of the shadows of the death dip in slavery. Looking for life, the book of Genesis. Astroplane entrances, invoke the nemesis. Abstract images of past lives kicking in. Danger, running for your life, finishing.
Moorish Omar, key man oracle, using Trinity powers, decipher allegorical, lost and metaphorical, holy books are metaphysic, fact slap a dirty more or a Drew Ali Craig, calling him Thomas or Walter and get your face caved, or cut like a close shave, drowned in my brainwaves, squashed by heat waves, activating Kundalini, Abyssinia invaded by Mussolini, Selassie I in exile, reptile in Genesis, Negus appearing real, all I see is false evidence, they are feminists, stomped on by elephants, won't like go prejudice but want Moorish benefits, when you feel the pole magnetic resonance, Apis horns of the sacred book called Maleficent, great cosmic mothers, return to blessedness, no pestilence, ace all the testaments, tap into remembrance, never to forget again, use energy right, not put spell effects on men, wandering the earth plane with no they live shades, keeps you a mental slave as the horizon fades, it's been decades since Christian crusades, not enough rebellions, too many vigil bouquets, holding on to the fence, burning on doomsday, war ruled by Mars, it might be on a Tuesday.
Canaanland Moors presents Common Sense Quick. What we do here is we add some common sense thinking to everyday situations or comments that may arise. Want to give it a try?
There's a lot more. It's getting crazy out there. It's getting crazy. It's getting real crazy. Real glad I know about my nationality and birthrights right now. I don't think anything else is even important. All the great debaters, the great decoders. How come they never decode your nationality yet? Let you know what that's about. I know, yeah. Foaming at the mouth, because even as black guy, we were spitting crazy. Even as black guys. You know. Matter of fact, let's find a black guy song just to show you how nuts it used to be. Let's find a black guy song. See where we were at as black guys. Let's see. Hold on. Let's see. Let me find a black guy song. Let's just show you. Because we did the turn down deals and stuff, because you're not gonna tell us what to say. It's not gonna go like that. Yeah, one of these ones should be good. Let's see. So this one is. Here's one of our black guys' songs.
Hold snapping grip like frigid Arctic winds. Hold tightly around the enemy's throat. Black samurai trotting on missions at hand. Blazing razors cut so deep in adversaries pour their life out like water from broken clay jars. Maroons, descendants of Kemet tribes, both of the valleys and higher lands. Rastafari, foot soldiers in 777,000-mile band. Thrash over Babylon's pagans, eradicate the heathens, to their surrendering knees in those queendom halls. Ancient tribal killers like whispered phrases manifesting before the unawares. Blushing red is a splatter that comes after, and off comes the heathen's head. Bullets and rockets cannot save you now. Fear is our precision. Wounds of 1,000 incisions. No doubt the last thought escaped their mouth and lights out. Unlike that cold, snapping grip, shadows of red and black seize the prey of fouldom. Straight to hell's fiery gates of eternal blackness. Forever they tumble the abyss. Hail Haile Selassie, I Rastafari. My strength, in battle we conquer and overcome.
Mankind's an ignorant race, shooting spaceships into space to study the mysteries of life. Search for God to stay safe, cause as a king approach a blackness, over fill up with slackness. Revolution, warmongers swarm the Vatican, overthrowing IMF invasions, royal families and masons, microchip installation, ill hunt United Nations, the house that is supreme. Triple X binary dreams, fold a shell over the scheme, with cellular brain tissue beams, magnetic strips between the seams, and satellites approaching me, but in a place uncharted henchmanati. Pull back the currents of the sea. I saw raging devils chasing me, so we resort to demolition, revolution, tactics, see, mass confusion, jealousy. It's time we round up all the demon gods who preach lust for money. The kids of poverty, give up the stronghold, the currencies that be the property. A Babylonian high priest who jeopardized the lives of Charlemagne and paganry, and bloodthirsty cults with gateways to heaven. A website prophecies my mind is spaceship armed. With the right pump 2 leads, it takes $1 million to move me like King Kong in them movies. False believers burning the stake, for heaven's sake, devils bake. We levitate, who got 150 foot and backwards and rolled in trees. We gotta get about this old hellhole. I wrote a Sanskrit scroll, my body's titanium alloy with a lovely skin of dark gold. Paper clips to unfold, to pick locks and open up the other 95%. I'm heaven sent amongst an ignorant race. Crown me king and hold your breath. I walk through the valley of shadows with a cloak of death. Light, yo, bloody wings, halos gleaming. Henchmen, light.
Y'all motherfuckers weak, henchmen slay all disagreeable genes. Encrypt supreme true Gnostics in our speech. Apocalyptic speech, destroying underlings of the beast. Starting with the first beast, Nimrod, the soul of discord. The ignorant, impure, one with the true God. The most high divine architect. Mr. Whispers, Ho Chi Minh, man, bring out the howitzer text. Aiming at the crucifix, man, don't get me vexed. I put this dag in your neck and avenge Morley's death. Tap into the pineal gland and astral project. Commence to unfold, decode Luciferian conspiracies, conspirators, disassembled, get disassembled, decommissioned, harvest the sorrow, get an armed soldier, royal archer, equals Trish Magistus, resurrect like Sequana Rave toward the second before I hit the dust, pulsate 144 volts and turn you to dust, nothing left but husk, and your husk will make you from the living, traitors of the black nation, selling poison to your children, enslaving your children, mankind, I'm vengeance driven, I'm slaying bound, mammon of forfeits like Merlin, place him in my prism, IHF, microphone, archer, marksman, henchman, we don't dead man, we stretch them, Barabbas knows this is a hit, Super Gods knows this is a hit, 5% God bodies knows this is a hit, Bulls, jackets, C-Stick, Misfat knows this is a hit, Selassie established it so you can't overthrow it, love, truth, justice, Ma'at, I'm in Ra, Rastafari, morning star, the most high, pierces the night and your lies, overthrowing serpents under disguise.
Mankind, you are an ignorant race. How foolish it is to believe that your kind rules the earth. Know now that you are not alone. The unseen world which exists parallel to yours. Mankind.
So when we were black guys, that's where we were at, as black guys. So only imagine where we are now that we're on some more science. If we were there as black guys, so that's what our mindset as black guys. And then us as black guys, we weren't even other black guys knew that We were the black guys. As black guys. So what do you think it is now that we are more science? Think this is gonna be less than that? Because that's the black guy standard. If you're not on that, then I ain't hear nothing that you're saying on any microphone, album, whatever. That thing right now could play today. That could play today. Some conscious hip hop or whatever. So looks like the Raptors repeat because they're about to cancel everything. People are gonna be mad. People are gonna be mad. People are gonna be so mad. But hey, you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. Good job, Kenny. Fuck these guys. Not freaking doing anything. Let's watch Kenny again. He walked off like the Don too. And I rep Kenny because me and Kenny have the knock knees, but we dunk on you. So I always give it up to Kenny. I could relate.
I don't know if I'm even appropriate enough to say it. What the players are feeling and how they're feeling. And I haven't talked to any of the players. I'm just like coming in, even like driving here, getting into the studio, hearing calls and people talking. And for me, I think the biggest thing now is to kind of, as a black man, as a former player, I think it's best for me to support the players and just not be here tonight.
Tell him, Kenny. Tell him. You guys abandoned Ernie. Ernie, you should have walked off too, man. Ernie, you should have walked off too. Should have walked off too, Ernie. But I know you're the man. You have to stay.
I don't know if I'm even appropriate enough to say it.
Yes. Standing up now. Right? So don't forget we showed you Brown with his fez on and stuff like that. So, you know, we'll just see what happens. We'll just see what happens. See what happens. You know. Braun said the F-bomb on so-called national, because, you know, everything's closed. Moore's been telling you, watch the news. Read the newspaper. A European is going to tell you the truth. So all you Europeans out there who rep for Ernie, right? He didn't get mad at Kenny for walking off. He didn't get mad. He didn't pull a white superiority or whatever like that. Told him, yep, I agree with you. Walk off that thing. But then, you know, don't complain after when they start saying they're not going to pay you guys because you're not, and then don't start crying and stuff after. Because if you walked off now, there's no turning back now. Walked off, that's it. See you next year. I'm going on vacation. Drink some Coronas. Right? So Raptors repeat. Don't forget about that. Raptors repeat because everything's over. Now we want to make sure that we put our people's perspectives where it's supposed to be now, right? You're not Negro, Black, or colored. Right? Remember, you're not Negro, black, or colored. People are going to convince you otherwise.
And this is what society is about. Carrying on about their day with someone or something protecting them. You see, family, even in nature, protection is required. White folks carry on about their day comfortably because they have some white folks protecting them.
White folks go about their day comfortably because white is a status. Free white person means that they're the ruler of the land, so they can pretty much do whatever it is that they want. Oh no, there's nothing to debate. There's nothing to debate. The black guy, who was an Egyptian by the name of Mustafa Hefni, came to the United States and he was classified as white. He doesn't look like a European. He looks like a brother. So why is he classified as white? Because of his skin color? Oh no, it's because of his status. Because status is the first issue. So because status is the first issue, remember, this is not a European talking. This is a black guy talking. The black guy is telling you that some Europeans are white people. You know what he just did? He just gave them the sovereignty that they're claiming they don't have because it got taken in slavery. No, it's not because slavery took it. Your dumbass gave it away. You gave away your birthright for a bowl of porridge. You think this stuff's not going to come back around to you? So the white people have the ability to this and that and this and that is because of status. Because they're claiming your sovereign white status. So because they're claiming your white status, you automatically go to the black status because you didn't make a claim for the white status. You kept claiming that you're black. Now you're mad. Don't be mad. You put yourself in slavery by not understanding the world. You only want to understand what you think is good for you for whatever time you want to understand something. We're not talking emotion. We're not talking feelings. We're not talking assumptions and speculations. All Moors do is talk facts. Moors don't have a reason to lie about anything because we study. Why, if we know the truth, why are we going to tell a lie for? If we know the truth. What's the purpose of the lie if we know the truth unless something's wrong with you? You just want to go with the lie. That these people over here are some white people. And then you're mad when they use that white power and beat you in the head with it. Choke you out on the street. Shoot you just because they feel like it. Set it up as if you killed yourself in your cell. Beat your ass in your cell. Whatever. Just because. And we're letting you know as Moors that it's because you tell them that they're white. That's why they do that to you. No, we don't want to hear anything that you have to say because obviously nothing that you said or done has worked to this point because people are still getting murdered in the street. So shut the hell up now and listen to Moors. You had your time. You had your stuff on the back of the jersey. You had your $50 million trillion to black groups and all that. You had your send people back to Africa so they could be black. You had your painting in the street, give them the street sign. You had to take money away from the police, put it into some other black stuff or whatever like that. You can't talk anymore. Now it's time for you guys to shut up and listen to Moors now. I don't care which Moors. Dirty Moors, clean Moors, passive Moors, religious Moors. I don't care which Moors. Find some Moors now. And stop the black stuff. Let's go now. It's time to stop the black stuff now. Like, come on. It has to be time to stop the black stuff. If it's not time to stop the black stuff, then, you know what I mean? Might as well shut this thing off and then, because, you know, they should really ban next season too, so the Raptors could three-peat. Matter of fact, just end it right now and the Raptors just win every year, even if there's nothing going on. It's time to kill the black stuff. It's some BS. People out here are struggling because they think being black is some real thing and they're following some dumbass who has some contract with some people to sing some crazy songs or whatever like that. You know? Like who? Like I don't know people talking about wear shoes in the house. I don't care if they're new. What do you mean wear shoes in the house? Who wears shoes in the house? What do you mean wearing shoes in the house? Yeah, I just got them yesterday, so I just wear them in my house. What are you talking about? You people have no autopsy. That's your problem. You never got your ass beat and stuff like that. All you did was get your Nintendo taken and face the corner. Right? And of course, you know, people are going to get kind of, ooh, look at the ants and look at the, oh my gosh, and we should be doing that because as a people, if we did that, we would be able to protect ourselves from the white man. Oh, you just gave him the sovereignty again. Now they got you under Christian black codes because now you got weapons and all this type of stuff, which is against Christian black codes because you're black. So if you're black, you can't have weapons. What do you mean you registered something? You mean you gave them your name that you got weapons? You mean you incriminated yourself, black guy? Do you know the Christian black code says you can't have weapons? So if you put your name on a paper, register to go get a weapon from them, and then they give it to you, when the Christian black code says you can't have weapons, isn't that a contradiction? And if it's a contradiction, doesn't mean that it's void now. And if it's void, so why are you looking at ants? This is not about some ants. This is about this black guy who put out this video talking crazy that people are white. Forget the ants. This is not about ants. This is not about military whatever. This is about this guy is putting out videos that has 17,000 views on it, and he called some people white people. And nobody checked him on, hey, why are you calling these people white people when white is a sovereign status which makes them rule? If you're calling them white, that means you're giving them the sovereignty. If you're giving them the sovereignty, you're a sellout because that's your sovereignty. Why are you giving it to them? You're the white man and you're telling him he's white and then you're mad. It's time to finish the black stuff. Kenny just walked off the thing live. F you guys. What do you mean you're just going to murder people and then you're going to sit on your couch, drink beers, talking about go Nets or whatever? What do you think this is? But it's still not enough if they keep doing the black BS. Think these guys don't know they're not black? Shaq's a Mason. What do you mean? If he's a Mason, you think all these people are Prince Hall or 33 degrees something or the other? If Brown's gonna have the Boule tattoo on his chest, you think these people don't know what's up? They're waiting on you. You keep thinking that this is some stuff like they gotta do something. They already did for their life. They're good. They're straight. Their generations are straight. They're getting all the endorsements and all the whatever. They're going to be billionaires forever while you eat roach cereal watching them play. And you don't understand the discrepancy because you think that we're doing something so not what it's supposed to be or whatever like that, but all these Mason whoever's who are ruling the world are wearing fezzes in secret, and they're calling all their stuff the names that we call ourselves and what we call our everything having to do with us. And we're off something. How come those people aren't off that wear the fezzes and stuff like that? How come you're not debating them? So forget some ants. This is about people, 17,000 people, commenting some BS about some ants and black people and white people and how the black people have to have a military so that the white people, every time you said white people, you gave them your sovereignty. And trust me, these people are going to exercise their sovereignty that you just gave them. Because they wouldn't have it if you didn't give it to them. So now we're looking at you now. The hell's wrong with you? What you mean you're giving them the birthright? What do you mean you're calling them white? What do you mean? What is it, Rashad Singleton? If we just paid attention to nature, we would have the answers. You're not moving like those ants as black. You might do some feel good. Get some photo opportunities of all the black guys lined up for 500 miles. With all that lining up, 2 dudes just got murdered. What are you talking about? What do you mean you got all them rifles and all that stuff, and you're talking about 2 more people got murdered? And you're what are you doing? Talking on a megaphone? And then the public, who they don't get it because they don't study and they've been listening to these traitors who's keeping them in the black status, which means the lowest part of society. Just ask the Dalits. Just go ask the high priest in Sri Lanka, Asia, whatever, who they have as the lowest on the societal totem pole. They have them so black that they can't even go to the steps of the church. They have a barrier going around the church where the people who are black, they can't go. They have to make their prayers from there. They have to throw stuff at the... That's what black is there. You think that's not the same thing going on here? And then you're listening to some guy tell you that the free white status, which means that you're sovereign, you're a ruler of the land, right? You are in your own jurisdiction. Nobody can tell you anything. He's given that to the people who are your enemy. And you're not questioning him. You're just liking and then making dumb comments, going with it. People are nuts.
Asians carry on about their day comfortably because they have some Asian folks protecting them. Arabs carry on about their day comfortably because they have some Arab folks protecting them. Black people carry on about their day, but who is protecting us?
Nobody. Because once you say that you're black and had enough common sense to name everybody else by something not a color, Arabs and Asians and all this, but when it comes to you, black. Asian and whatever, but when it comes to me, black. Well, yeah, I'm just a color. I'm just a color, but that guy's a nationality. And then I want that guy to respect me being a color. When my foremothers are his foremothers. And his forefathers are my forefathers. So how is it that he got nationality and I'm sitting here talking about I'm a color. And demanding people to accept that. Forget ants. These people have put you in a dead status and left you. All the leaders that they murdered, all the leaders that they threw in jail for 500 years, trumped up stuff, have all these different type of programs, kidnap people off the street or whatever just to get them out of circulation so the information can't spread. You knew about nationality. And you better know too. Don't tell me any BS about Huey P. Gun Club, but then you're debating Moors, because Moors deal with law, and Huey P. dealt with law. So how are you debating Moors? What are you talking about? You think they didn't know law? They were on some emotional carry guns. They were on some, this is constitutional right to do this. Their problem is that they had black status. That's why they would do whatever they did to them. Because they're playing black. Say it loud and all this BS. When it's a fiction, it's a dead status. It has nothing to do with how you look. Black is a dead status. White is an in full life status. Which one do you want? You want the dead status? It's okay. Status sitting on the table. Right? Status sitting on the table. One status has a placard in front of it. Dead status. And then the other side, you got a placard said in full life status. And you have to pick one. Oh, but the nigger leaders never told you. Or they never told you about people correcting their name. They never told you about all these jazz singers and all this who used to wear turbans and fezzes and all this. They never told you that Noble Drew Ali Plaza in New York was a Grand Sheik of New York that owned that. They have you looking sideways. And the warped perspective that our people see, thinking that it's a reality, is because of the black. Because once you're talking in a dead status, there's no life there. If you're talking dead status, there's no life there. Why do you think all these background people, why these people that you see, but in the background, they're doing moorish whatever? Whether it's studying, whether it's buying something, whether it's creating something, whatever. They're back into the culture of the Moors. You think Badu having her own incense is because of incense? You know who started incense? Moors brought incense. All that's Moorish. We were the rulers of the trade routes. We were the ones who only had the products. Ain't nobody else around here. Who else around here but Moors? Moors from different territories. Let them put this black stuff on you because it puts you in a dead status, which is why people get murdered in the street and nothing happens because you're in a dead status. Pun intended. And you put yourself there. Hey, nobody else. You're the one saying you're black.
You see, if the ants didn't have their line of protection, the termites might be persuaded to attack them. And if the termites didn't have their line of protection, the ants might be persuaded to attack them. But because both groups, not just the ants, but because both groups, not just the termites, but because both groups, not just white folks, but when both groups have their line of protection, the society is able to carry on freely without worry because of anyone or any.
There's always going to be worry if you're black. Because if you're black, you're under the Christian black codes. And there's no Europeans that's going to be sitting here to have black guys with guns or whatever like that, that they could do whatever they want. They can stand here and guard something. It's not going down like that. It hasn't gone down like that. And it will never go down like that, because once you say you're black, you're putting yourself in the dead status. And people who are in the dead status, they have laws that govern them, that are created by their master. The laws that govern the blacks is the Christian black codes. Go look it up. Read the Christian black codes and you'll see that's what they're doing to our people today. They're doing Christian black codes with our people today. Like, that's what they're doing. They're not doing racism. They're not doing, it's none of that. They're doing Christian black codes because you want to be black. And once you take the position of I'm black, you're automatically in a dead status. That's what that means. I don't care what they tell you what it means. What Moors are telling you is that it means you're in a dead status. And if you're in a dead status, then rights don't apply to you. So you don't even have an option of having rights or not. They don't apply. It's not, we don't want to be united with our people, so we're telling them don't be black, or we're taking away something from you that's done something good for you. Like, what are you talking about? Black hasn't even done nothing for you. What has black done for our people? What has black done? If we put black, you know what I mean, line black up with all the different labels that our people call themselves, what has black done for us? Black got us what? Because don't forget, 2 people got murdered the other day, and they said those were black guys. So what has black done for us again? Anybody who's repping any black whatever, what's it done for us? Show me something. Show and prove to me that I should be black. When a black guy just got murdered in front of his children the other day by some Europeans, who these people call the white man. And then when he exercised white man powers, now they're mad. Now you mad? You called him white cop. What you want? You know these people are corrupt or whatever, but then you're on top of knowing that they're corrupt, then you're giving them your sovereignty on top of knowing that they're corrupt. And you wondering why stuff is happening messed up to you. But you don't want to hear what Moors are saying, because, we wear the bucket hats and all that, and you know what I mean? We say Islamic stuff, so we're Muslims, and the FBI said that, we're paper terrorists and all this, so you don't want anything to do with this. All right. It's your birthright. How's that porridge tasting that you gave up your birthright for?
Anything crosses that line, they will pay for it with their life. And this is
forget some ants. Right? And it's a theme. It's a theme that they know what's up. Right? Just like he said Asian and Arab and all that stuff. But with the Europeans and the Moors, he's playing the black game. Right? These people know what they're doing. Right? It's a theme. They know what they're doing. Which supposed to let you know that they know what's up. They work for the other side. They have to work for the other side. Because they can't have you think that they don't know if they're going to be talking about Arabs and Asians. Why would they bring them up like that, but then call our people black? Like, why would you do that? Unless you're playing some type of game.
But here's the point I need y'all to get. The reason we're struggling so much as a people is because we're not given systematic access to wealth. Let me give you an example. Chinese, Arab, East Indian, they come to America. They can walk into any bank and get a loan. Mm-hmm. Not all of them, but many of them. In fact, some of them don't even have to get a loan from Wells Fargo, Chase Manhattan, or Bank of America. And I'm just using them to make the point. They show up in America with a long line of credit from their native country. They come into the ghetto, open up 10 stores, 5 supermarkets, 3 hotels. Black folks still struggling. And then people look at us and say, you know why you're struggling? Because you're lazy.
No, you're struggling because you call yourself black. Because he just told you the Chinese, the nationality, and black guys. What? The nationality. But us black guys, we keep getting, the shitty end of the stick and all this. Because as black guys, we were what? But the nationality. All they're here to do is keep you in a dead status. That's all they want to do. Keep you in a dead status. Have you thinking that them talking about nationalities is just some side talk in the conversation. No, that's them giving up the game, that they know what's up. And they're playing games with you. Why would everybody else be identified as... Why didn't you say the yellow people, the purple people, the orange people, the pink people, the red people, and then us black people, or whatever. You ain't talking like that. These people know exactly what they're doing. Do you know? Are you going to fall to the game? Just to close out, since people think, Moors are hate people and all this, right? I love my people, and I desire their unity and mine back to their own national and divine standard, because day by day they have been violating the national and constitutional laws of their government by claiming names and principles that are unconstitutional. If Italians, Greeks, English, Chinese, Japanese, Turks, and Arabians are forced to proclaim their free national name and religion before the constitutional government of the United States of America, it is no more right. It is no more right. It is no more than right that the law should be enforced upon all other American citizens alike. In all other governments, when a man is born and raised there and asks for his national descent name, and if he fails to give it, he is misused, imprisoned, or exiled. Any group of people that fail to answer up to the constitutional standards of law by name and principles, because to be a citizen of any government, you must claim your national descent name, because they place their trust upon issue and names formed by their forefathers. So these Europeans are dealing with us. We're telling them we're black. They're saying, all right, then I guess I'm the free white man. There's no issues. There's no issues that their trust is based upon when they deal with black people. Because that's just a dead status. That's not an identity of somebody. Free white person is not an identity of somebody. It's a status. It's like you're at the door to go into the whatever of the year, and then you see the guy inside that you know, it's, hey, let that guy in or whatever, because of your status. Honest to the Prophet Noble Drew Ali for the work he did in making sure our nationality and birthrights was put on the table as an option. Honors to all the Moors who have declared their nationality, and they're living by the principles and in their free national name and doing exactly what it is that Noble Drew Ali wanted us to do. If we would only take into consideration what he presented for us. Honors to all the Moors who take this serious, and they're not looking at this as some commerce hustle. They're not looking at this as some save their whatever it is that they're trying to jack a house or trying to doing whatever madness with this. Right? Honors to the true and living Moors. Let me give some honors to the Prophet. As always, just some, because we didn't digest everything from him yet. Peace and love to all the Moors. Honors to all the mothers worldwide. And stay true to the cause, Moors. Study, study, study. Honors to the Prophet. Islam.